G'day guys, Ben Guthridge here from Search Rescue. I thought I'd do a video to answer a lot of people's responses about AI. AI. If you're like me, every barbecue you go to, every lunch, every dinner, the conversation inevitably slides over to this topic. A lot of people are asking what's happening, how does it affect SEO, how does it affect Google Ads? There's a lot of unknown out there, but the dust is slowly starting to settle and we're getting a bit of answers based on data, as all things should be. So the biggest question people are asking is, what's the future hold and how does it affect my Google Ads? How does it affect my SEO? At the end of the day, Google gets, I think, over 60-65% of its revenue from Google Ads. So it's never going to compromise on making sure ads show up. Ads will start to serve up in the AI overview. AI in Google is obviously powered by Gemini. So they will always make sure that their cash cow is showing Google Ads. And in the new AI layout, which I believe is just launched in the US, it's not available in Australia quite yet, there will definitely be sponsored listings in that to make sure they don't just chuck out ads and lose all that revenue. So with regards to the actual search engine results page, we're seeing the AI overview, and the biggest theme, if you take Google Ads aside for a second, because like I said, they're going to protect their revenue, but from an SEO point of view, there's some really interesting data changes we're seeing. So if I just share my screen for a moment, if we look at Google Search Console, which shows SEO traffic and activity, we'll be able to see over the last 12 months for our own business that the number of clicks in just the blue has been pretty steady. What we can see is the number of impressions has doubled or trebled. So what does that tell you? That our listing, our ads, or not our ads, our SEO listing is appearing significantly more on the page, and the reason for that is to do with AI results. An example of why that is, so if we look at search engine results page and we just see how to change your shoelaces, you've got a WikiHow here, but then you've got the AI overview. Really important element here which explains the jump in impressions are these links. So for this particular company here, TikTok, for this particular WikiHow, YouTube, etc., even just this tiny little link icon here, that is an impression for these websites. You can't even see, unless you actually click onto the link here, you can't see the source, but that is resulting in an impression. So we're seeing a lot of our clients who have got big informative websites, often when they've got a lot of FAQs, often when they've got a big website with a lot of pages, that they're getting served up in the AI overview quite a lot. Probably the most important takeout of this would be twofold. So, of course, you want to appear in these results, because if you can get some of the impressions to turn into clicks through to your website, that should be beneficial. But the second element here to consider is, what's the intent of that keyword? Is it transactional, or is it just research, like how to change shoelaces? There's no monetization of that, so it doesn't have a great need. But if somebody does a search for, say, who's the best pergola builder in Sydney, and if AI is coming up, then the intent behind that is much better. It's a transactional type keyword, and you want to be found in those results. So a lot of people are asking, are people still going to click through to websites if AI is going to give them everything? If you're going to get a pergola built for your backyard, if you're going to have something tangible done, you want to see a service, you want to get want to see credibility that this plumber who's coming into my house is going to do a good job, you're going to go through to the website. So for a transactional intent keyword, people are going to click through. If you are running SEO right now and you're using some of these tools like SEO Ranking, SEMrush, all these other ones, you should be able to see what the intent of those keywords is. This is local intent. This is commercial intent. So the commercial intent keywords, if people are going to be spending money, they're not just going to base their decision off 2 lines of information in the AI overview. They're going to go through to the website, and then the example of the pergola builder, they're going to see, right, well, how does that pergola look? How does a team look? Have they got a lot of reviews? Is it a nice looking website? Is it informational? So they're going to go to your image gallery, etc. So if it's a commercial intent keyword, then it is the traffic is still going to click through. It's not just going to be impressions. Now, the final sort of piece of the puzzle, which a lot of people have also been asking, is where do I see this AI traffic in my Google Analytics? Obviously, Analytics is the source of truth of all of your website traffic from all sources. So if we go into the reports and the traffic acquisition page, which is generally the most important page in my eyes to understand what traffic's coming from what sources and how many key events are you getting for each of those. In the new world of GA4, you would, to get the AI data, you need to basically go to referral traffic. It's down as referral traffic. So if I change this from all users to referral traffic and update it, if we go to the table down below, the date range set to 12 months to have it have statistical significance. This will be showing a lot of the traffic we're getting from various sites. And if we, for example, if we have a look at ChatGPT, it's shown down here, it's listed down here. So they're the click-throughs to our site. You don't see the impressions from here, but that's the fastest way to find what AI traffic you're getting through to your website. So in summary, as I said, the impressions are going up because AI overviews are serving up, particularly for research-based terms. We want traffic to follow that, but ideally we want that transactional traffic, because that's the one which creates leads and sales for you, the customer. If you've got any other questions about this, put it in the comments below. Send us an email. You know, we love data, so happy to help out and answer any questions you might have. Thanks very much.